There you go. She-they. And we're live here from track 1 for our last day, finals day.
It's going to be exciting here at Div 2 playoffs for third. We've got Coastal Assassins versus South Sea Roller Derby. I'm Rebecca the Wrecker. This is my co-host Rudy.
Rudy Zarzov coming at you live. Hope all the people at home are having fun watching this. It's the next best thing to being here.
Oh, absolutely. And I hope you're all sitting in the warm, because we are not. It is very cold here in Adelaide.
Very
I
cold
apologise
indeed.
for my karaoke voice, but I've cheered my little heart out all weekend. And I'll do my best to make some sound for you.
Yes, here in Adelaide, it definitely gets cold in this building at the Adelaide Showgrounds. If you've ever been here for TGSS, you know to rug up when you come to the Adelaide Showgrounds.
I missed that. It's so loud here, I can't even hear it. It's been so many days of screaming, and good gosh.
We want to thank our major sponsor here, the Skate Society. Skate Society, it's a South Australian owned and operated full skate shop. They've been doing business in Adelaide for over 22 years, so thank you to the Skate Society. Now we're getting ready for the action to start. Again, we've got the Assassins versus the South Sea Roller Derby Sirens. So coming up first, for the Coastal Assassins, we've got 1-1 Boss, and she's squaring off against Corky, number 6'9" of the Sirens.
It should be a very good game. I'm looking forward to it. Both teams have played very well this weekend.
And Corky is through.
Ah, beautifully
Corky gets
done
lead
by
jammer.
Corky.
Oh, and great blocking by the Sirens. What a powerful block by Bambi, knocking out Boss.
Ooh. Hit it and quit it. Nice and quick. South Sea are definitely going all points in.
And that was the star pass we just saw. You'll see a lot of star passes in games like this, or the old panty stash where they pretend they're going to pass the star. And it's just to try to throw the blockers off their game. Just create a little bit of confusion, and hopefully that little bit of confusion lets them get through.
I'm just going to pull up the game so we can see your comments at
We
home.
have Tinkerhell
Let us know
jamming
who
here.
you're going to give a shout out to.
So Tinkerhell stuck in the back. Interesting fact today, Tinkerhell's grandparents have somehow found their way onto the internet.
Ah, Mabel through.
Maybe they call it the
lead
interwebs,
there.
I don't know. But yes, Tinkerhell's grandparents are watching the live stream. So star pass. And there it was, that panty stash.
Do you think we're allowed to move our table around a little?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back in just 2 seconds. We're going to move our table around so we can get a better view of the track.
Slide over.
There we go. There we go. Now we've got a nice view, and we don't have to worry about trying to fall off our chairs to get around.
And jam
bench
action
there.
starting.
Corky going
Black
nice,
Reaver.
nice and hard right through there. Just dodging beautifully around Merca there.
Corky has great agility. She
She really does.
really
She's got
can.
great cardio as well. She's got beautiful footwork.
Finding that hole.
She loves the lines.
That was a star pass there. Star pass to Kara.
Oh, Southsea have come out strong this morning. They lost to their rival team, well, their best friend rival team, Westside, yesterday. And they're ready to finish their TGSS on a win and feel good, and they absolutely should. But Coastal Assassins will definitely be trying to do the same thing. And,
both teams,
they're a nice,
yes.
strong team, and
well, the reason they're both playing each other is they are both strong teams. So they've managed to survive to get to the
Magnum
next round.
As jammer for South Sea. Oh!
So Boss.
Bit of everybody falling over there, and then
Boss really trying to get through. Big smash to the inside. And she's through. So the Assassins with the lead jammer.
Boss is just a brilliant
And it is
jammer,
a power jam.
And she has had a stellar weekend. She has done some crazy things. I've been lucky enough to watch 2 of their games so far.
So Boss is on a power jam now.
And she's got some beautiful agility there on her toe stop, skipping around. She's going the outside wall there. Oh, but then she runs into Bambi, who is a phenomenal blocker. But she scoots on through.
So here we go.
And she's put some points on the board for Coastal Assassins, sorry, my bad. Oh, beautifully done with Boss. And Magnum there, putting the panty
So
back
Magnum
on.
really.
She's got to be
Came out
careful
very
with
strong.
the concealment of that panty.
Very strong.
I think she holds that a bit too close.
I think that was like hidden.
Yeah, it's
They're allowed
a bit
to.
close riding that edge on the wrong side of that edge there, but she's
They're allowed to take it off their helmet. They're allowed to hold it in their hand, but it must be visible while they're going around.
You should really be able. Everybody should be able to see that it's
who has
in
the
your
star.
hand, so
Well, her jammer ref was satisfied with her meeting that condition, so Derby is on.
Maple Syrup now getting
And Tinker Hell.
getting some
Tinker Hell
offense
facing a
from
strong
Danny
wall in
there
the back.
with 815 Tinker Hell for Coastal
Tinker
Assassins,
Hell looking to
getting
pass.
stuck behind that wall.
Wants to give it to Kara.
A beautiful help from Ratatouille there, helping out.
Strong
with some
block.
offense, but unfortunately she had to go back to
Tinker Hell
stop
looking for some
Mabel.
help.
And
She wants to pass it off to Kara.
Bonnie Jovi has entered the Tic Tacs accountant's box. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, she managed to pass it off to Kara. So Kara's got it.
Elle Bent is in the Tic Tacs accountant box as well. And she'll be released, I think, in about two seconds. But
That was a tough jam for the Coastal Assassins. South Sea Sirens seem to be controlling this game. They seem to have the stronger walls right now.
South Sea have phenomenal walls. They're very strong. Griffin now in getting a bit of her jam on. Ooh, and seeing the hard
Watching
side
Black Reaver.
of Marilyn Monroe. Ooh,
Black
heading
Reaver
to
is through.
the Tic Tacs accountant box.
So Black Reaver has made it through. She's the lead jammer.
Oh, beautifully done by
She's
Black
about
Reaver.
a half a lap ahead.
But
Half a lap ahead of Griffin. Looks like she got
very nicely
3
done
points.
by Black Reaver there.
So Black Reaver making the most of that. Still managing to deny any points over to the Sirens on that jam.
Corky up now for South Sea. And,
So it's a
Boss
2-point game.
again.
A 2-point game now.
I love these two jammers together because they're very similar styles. And
Absolutely.
obviously they train against their own walls. So the walls will be used to blocking
Very
against
different,
this
yes.
style of jammer.
Ratatouille
But
recycled.
Corky getting the
Corky.
best of the captain.
And Corky is
there.
through?
El Bend just on the outside. And Tinker.
Corky seems very composed.
Boss is a bit
Makes it
stuck
through.
there. Oh no, it's through now. It's through now. But
So Boss still has the star.
oh, this is such a good game. I'm so excited. We're only a couple of jams in, and already we've had not a lot of penalties, which I'm pretty excited about because it's quite easy to get into that penalty spiral if you get too many too fast.
Indeed. Indeed. But it's a very
Coastal
close
Assassins
game.
looking really good this morning. So South Sea is they got their work cut out for them, but I spoke to them earlier and they are pumped. So
Tinkerhell really
Crazy
trying to take
Jackal
that inside line,
giving a bit
being
of
denied
offense
by
there.
a very strong wall.
A bit stuck in the pack
So
there, Mabel, a
Tinkerhell
little
trying to
bit.
take the inside. Nice strong wall at the back.
There's a,
To recycle.
Harmon Miranda heading to the tic-tac accountant box to serve her
And
penalty.
Tinkerhell's through.
With,
Tinkerhell gets the lead jammer.
Beautifully done. Oh, and Squeezy in the penalty box as well, the tic-tac accounting box. Moody from South
calls
Sea
it.
heading to the box has been told to return to track. Now with Squeezy standing, Moody will head back to serve her penalty in the tic-tac's accounting box, which leaves 3 blockers in the penalty box. This will be a
This is
beautiful
not the way
jam there
the
for
Sirens would like
Black
to start
Reaver.
a jam.
Not that she needs any help, but
Well, if you're
although
only going to have one blocker on, Bambi is the one.
She's an absolute gun of a blocker. She will. Oh
Oh,
no! Does some blocking,
Black
come
Reaver.
back. Does some offense, comes back. And
Black Reaver
Jammer coming now,
taking
and
full
Squeezy
advantage
gets
of that.
in the way there.
so Black Reaver taking full advantage of this situation. Managing to get lead jammer.
Oh, she went for a star pass, but then did an 82 maple slam.
And that's the end of the jam.
4 points, low scoring jams this game. They're both going to play that.
They're playing
Points
their
and
hearts
call,
out.
points and
for
call.
sure.
It helps with lowering the penalties. It helps with fatigue as well. I mean, you've got to remember it's day 3 of a tournament. It's been long days. Everybody's tired. Everybody's exhausted, but you want to be able to preserve your energy to go out hard each jam.
It's really that pace of things, right? Where starting out your first game, if you go too hard, you may not have anything left for these games later on.
And unfortunately, as the weekend goes on, the games get harder as you get more tired. So
Absolutely. So
Corky and Boss now.
So Corky. I remember Corky when she was playing at DPR. That was over in Western Australia. She was playing 8 years ago over in Western Australia, and she moved over to the South Sea Sirens. And she's just built strength to strength. It's really nice to see some of these players that have been around a while.
Yeah.
Watch how they've developed and how strong they are.
It is good to see, especially when you don't get to see a lot of the teams and you only get to watch them at TGSS.
Indeed.
And I mean, we just watched a phenomenal game with the Nerdy Dragons. You know, they've come strength to strength each TGSS as well. So Bambi doing some beautiful offense there for
goes
Corky.
Is she through?
Oh,
yes.
See that beautiful little
off to the
toe
races.
stop, but Boss is right on her. And
Boss is hot on her heels.
She'll fight for that speed.
So
They've
everybody
both got
fighting to get to the
beautiful
front.
speed.
Who's going to get to the front? Oh, a little argy-bargy there.
Bonnie knocking the
Each trying to get some
Boss
points.
right out there. see Road.
So Corky facing a really strong wall here. And Boss is through. Boss gets her 4 points.
Oh, that's got to hurt a little bit. It's got to hurt a little bit.
And Corky cut the losses.
It's never pleasant when someone scores on you in your lead. But, she called it off, so it's only 4 points. But, I mean, you only need to win by 1. Oh.
Yeah, cut the losses. Make the most of it. Sometimes it doesn't go your way.
You can't have every jam go your way. But what I'm loving about these two teams is, they're having a chat, they're having a laugh while they're out there, having a good time together. They're just really
great camaraderie. Yeah, they really seem to be enjoying playing each other. It's that nice derby spirit to see.
I do love a good derby spirit, and I still can't find the...
So Tinker Hell again. I'm sure she's making her grandparents on the interwebs really proud. And then we have maple syrup.
I'm actually really impressed with the amount of people that have come out to watch. That aren't just derby people this year. Like some years there's only just the teams that hang around, but this year there seems to be quite a few
lots of fans, yeah,
and fans and friends and
fans of derby here. Absolutely.
You can't go wrong with more fans.
Is this the first time Mabel has been up this game?
No, she's jammed quite a few times. She's one of the primary jammers for South Sea. Her and Corky, the two primaries, and they're joined by Magnus and Maple.
Very.
It's hard to distinguish between Corky and Mabel because they look quite similar. They skate quite similar. But you can usually find one of them's got pigtails and one of them's got a ponytail. So Corky's got a few more tattoos.
Yes, she does.
You can't see anything. You just look at the lower legs. And
it's just part of derby.
It really is. I've seen some beautiful tattoos this weekend.
It's been really fun watching these games and watching these teams progress through this tournament. Day 3, it's finals day at the Adelaide Showgrounds. And here we are, derby's ready to happen again. Maple Syrup gets to the front. She's really fighting to get through. Facing a strong wall, lots of great blocking.
Some beautiful
the Assassins are really blocking
there by the Coastal Assassin blocker, Merca, and I can't see her number, I'm so sorry.
So Maple Syrup, she's made it through. She's the lead jammer.
Ooh, squeezy on the edge there.
Oh no.
Making it difficult.
Successful start pass to Kara.
No,
but Kara, unfortunately, has to sit in the Tic Tacs penalty box.
So
here's a 30-second advantage to
I'll definitely be making
Sirens.
the most of this. Squeezy goes in for some beautiful offense with Crazy Jackal. And here comes Kay, ready to help.
Yes, Chaos back on the track, ready to help block. Trying to do the trap the goat at the back.
Goat in Ratatouille.
So they've trapped the goat in the back. And Kara's through. Her own team trying to make it through, and she does.
Oh, beautifully done, taking advantage
Still
of
on
that
the initial pass.
In there. Just skated right on past everyone. It was so nice, but Mabel's like, it was good, but
not good enough.
Now.
I'll just wait till you're about to get some points and I'll call it off. Yeah, well done by Kara. Let's try to minimize the points differential on that last jam.
Oh, a few people having some issues hearing us.
I think it's your voice today.
Yeah, I do apologise.
Are you've got derby
Hi,
voice.
Lanes.
Right.
But quite a few fans watching at home. So, and Wham, of course, is supporting their team. They're from South Sea. Oh,
Look at this wall
Magnum
here.
doing a beautiful
Magnum
job
is
there.
really struggling at the back.
But she's got some power and
Very strong skater.
very strong. and
But that wall is
very
really
new
holding
to
her in.
Derby. Very new. So I think she's played more games this weekend than she has her whole Derby career. And she's really done an amazing job.
Well, Black
These teams
Reaver.
are hard.
Black Reaver is off to the Tic Tac's penalty box.
Oh,
Well,
Bambi
Magnum is
in the
still
Tic Tac,
really suffering to try to get out of the pack.
the penalty box. Titosaurus now and Rogue there from Southsea. They'll be offering some offense. And
Well, Magnum did make it out just in time to be declared the lead jammer, but she was recycled in.
oh, that hurts. That hurts more than anything. I think we should retire the
heartbreaking for
recycling,
her.
like we retired the knee starts. That's as a jammer. That's just
So
my
the
personal
Assassins are
preference.
doing an amazing job of blocking
But-
here.
Oh, they've held her now
You
for
just
3
see
quarters
how
of the
tired she
track.
is.
So, finally their Magnums.
So Black Reaver made it through.
Oh, Magnum's about to be recycled again she's got 2 blockers in front of her again.
Ooh, and the big block by Bambi,
But,
pushing Black Reaver out. Lots of action at the back and the front.
that wall there, Titosaurus, Bambi, and Bonnie, that's a hard wall to get
That
through.
is a hard wall.
But,
And Reaver's made it
6-6,
through.
Black Reaver, she's a beautiful jammer. She's got a
4
lot
points
of power.
and 4 points for Black Reaver.
She's got a lot of power in those legs. She's done such great jamming this weekend. Nice little victory scream there from Black Reaver. Corky and Boss again, up as
Another
jammers.
pretty even matchup here between these two jammers. Let's see what the blockers can do. The Sirens are down 1 blocker in this jam. So
Crazy
Boss,
Jackal Moody
Boss
and
really
Hard
trying.
Wall, that is a well-practiced wall. That is a well-practiced wall,
All
and
that-
she will fight.
All that waterfalling. And Boss is
Beautiful
through.
work there by Boss getting through them.
So Corky still with her hands full. Knocked out, so recycle, do it all again.
Coastal Assassins are really good at pushing right to the line, which unfortunately,
And
Corky
Boss
loves her line work.
Boss
but
is through again.
Harmon Miranda heading to the Tic Tac accountant box. She'll not be happy with that.
Okay, Corky's made it through.
Oh,
Oh, a little argy
and watch
bargy
this
on
speed
the
up. Watch this
on the
speed
two
up.
jammers.
Corky will chase her down and force her to call that. There we go. Some beautiful cardio by everybody.
Yeah, that was a really good jam.
Oh, Siona can hear us now.
Coastal
Beautiful.
Assassins would be very pleased with that last jam.
They are playing so well, 39-26. They've managed to take back their the lead that Southsea started with, but it's still very, very early in the game. Oh, Tinker Hell there. Just
Oh, and a big hit.
crushed under. Oh, and it's a
That was quite a
blocking.
hit by
Beautiful. Look at that.
Titosaurus.
Look at that offense by Bambi taking the power jam advantage.
jam.
Mabel doing some beautiful work. We'll see Harm now coming in from the side. And Bambi just doing some offense.
So Coastal
there, all on
Assassins
her
need to
own.
get it back together, reset, get their wall reformed.
Oh, Ratatouille, they are a strong player. But they'll be iced out now by that South Sea triangle. They'll hold Ratatouille
So Tinkerhell
back.
back on the track. Tinkerhell really
Ratatouille in a
trying.
beautiful position there to do but unfortunately was stopped by
Harmon
Harmon there.
Miranda just
Just all over it. you're not getting past me. Bambi taking on Tinker
So
Hell
Tinker Hell
there
really-
and just smashing her around the track.
Bambi,
from
one
outside
more
to the
time.
inside.
Knock her to the inside.
That's what I mean. Like, sometimes you
like,
don't need a whole wall. You
here,
just need
Kara,
a Bambi.
take it.
But,
So hand off to Kara.
She's forced a star pass. So Bambi taking on the offense has pushed
Forced it through,
Ratatouille
sorry.
right off track then.
Oh, and Savage with the apex jump lands it
that
for
was
4.
well done. I love an apex jump.
4 points.
That was beautifully done. I mean, when you can't get through them, just jump over. So very well done by Savage there after that star pass.
It's a real confident skater that goes for that.
Refs coming over. We'll come back to you now. We've just got
Wonder what
some
this is
refs
about.
speaking to the Coastal Assassins box. There, someone
So
could
refs
be in
coming
trouble,
over
or
for a
it could
chat.
be just a warning. I myself got a warning in the other game because me and the other
Were
box.
you interfering?
No, we were getting so excited during the game we kept stepping into the ref lane. But there's not a lot of room on track 2.
Oh, yes.
But they came over and said, please stop stepping in the ref lane. So
Stay out of the ref lane. There's some concern about a possible injury by Tinker Hell.
she's telling the medic that she's
So-
okay. But they're going to check her out anyway. We'll let you know. Hopefully she comes back. If anything,
Oh, here we
it'll
go. A
just
little
be
flash mob on the
3
track.
jams that she'll have to sit.
They're
Ah,
flash mobbing.
South Sea love a good dance, so I'm excited that Coastal Assassins are in on that too. Kay's having a great time. I can hear her laughing from here, which is it's really good to see that everybody's having a good time.
Enjoying
and,
themselves.
keep him warm. That's what you want.
So I believe there's some concern over Tinker Hell that she hit her head, and we're very, very careful in roller derby with head injuries.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes you go slamming into the back of a wall, you can give yourself a concussion. I've done that myself. Gave myself a
Nobody
concussion.
wants that. Nobody wants anyone
No.
concussed.
Oh, Crazy Jackal doing a bit of booty shaking there. Merker was giving them a bit of a lesson just before on how to do some real gyrating. It was beautiful. Kitty coming over now to congratulate her on her fantastic
Excellent.
technique.
So this next jam will have Griffin from the South Sea Roller Derby Sirens facing off against Black Reaver from the Coastal Assassins Roller Derby.
2 very strong players. And Griffin is traditionally a blocker, but she does whip out the jammer every now and then. But she definitely jams like a blocker, just right barrels on through the wall there. And I love to see when that happens.
Well, at this point, the teams are 10 points apart. So if it's not working, what you're doing, mix it up.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. They're mixing it up. So it's nice to
they
see.
often send Griffin out when they just need a bit of a shake-up. Give
Just-
the jammers a minute.
Do things a little differently. And we're off. Black Reaver in the back. Watching Griffin. Oh, Griffin with all that
beautiful
power.
there.
And she's through.
She's through.
So Griffin, lead jammer.
She's forced
Star
her
pass.
Star pass.
So now
101.
Kara with the
She's
star
a
cover.
Very fast
There you go.
pivot to jammer. That was a very fast lap she put in just then. She has definitely
Great
got
power
some
on the
speed.
outside, and it's a brave jammer that goes to the outside
Yeah.
to try to get past a wall of blockers like them.
I don't love the outside myself. I prefer
It's
to go right through the middle and stay safe.
a nice strong wall is loving the jammer
Yeah.
trying to go to the outside.
And if you've got the footwork and you can skate that outside line, I tip my panty to you. But Bambi now just smashing that Coastal Assassins. But
So Corky in there, trying for the outside.
7,
One-on-one,
7
and she's through.
Monroe.
So Kara unable to stop Corky.
Bambi heading to the Tic Tac Accountants
and
box.
there's a Boss with a
power jam for Corky as Boss is headed to the Tic Tac Accountants
and
box.
Boss has now issued 2 penalties in insubordination for not leaving the track,
which,
as directed for the cutting.
Around
wow, the footwork on Corky.
Mohawk there from Corky. Just
right to the edge of the track.
Push to power her through. No, watch some.
Oh, and she stepped out.
See some
great blocking. Great run back.
Offense by Bambi in a minute. She'll come through right now.
So Bambi's going to try to give some O. Here on the outside. Nice stopping. Savage with the block. Savage getting to the back. Ready to be the last line. Savage saying yeah. And Corky commits a penalty. So Boss back on track.
Bambi headed back to the...
and Corky released right away.
Back to the Tic Tac Accountant box. That's quite a few penalties for Bambi in a row there.
Boss was sitting 2 penalties, so...
But, and Bonnie taking on Boss was...
and they're through.
And
that was the end of the 2-minute jam.
Scooted there. Boss doing a beautiful job scooting around. Would have hurt a little bit to run into Bonnie. She's a strong blocker.
Very strong.
She came to South Sea from VRDL. Rogue from South Sea is headed to the sitting in the Tic Tac Accountant box. Got a Coastal Assassin block us in the accountant box as well at the end of that jammer.
And for this
Captain
jam,
and alternate is from South Sea is headed into the middle.
Official review.
We're having an official review.
And I'm not sure we introduced the teams yet. So from the Coastal Assassins, 101 is Kara, 1019 Murica, 11 is Boss, 117 El Bent, 13 Savage, 268 Crush and Kick, 666 Black Reaver, 7 Marilyn Monroe, 741 Nancy Brake, 815 Tinker Hell, 86 Yorkshire Terror, and 95 Ratatouille.
A beautiful lineup for Coastal Assassins there. And for South Sea, we've got number 6 Bambi, 175 Rogue, number 2 Harmon Miranda, who's captain this year, 22 Griffin, 24 Chaos, 313 Princess, 33 Titosaurus, 375 Magnum, number 5 Moody, 515 Lemon Squizzy, and we've got 555 Thundercat, who's the bench manager, and we've got 69 Corky, we've got 79 Maple Syrup, 82 Maple Slam, 86 Bonnie Jovi, and 89 Crazy Jackal. And on the bench we've got 411 Lily Pushin, +1 delightfully new future roller derby player, bun in the oven.
Future roller derby.
We've got Kitty. We've got 53 Shovey, who's got a future Merby roller derby player, bun in the oven. And we've got some cheer squad of Scarbear and Twisted Sister in the offense. We've got Bruiser as mirroring on the side there. Got a lot of South Sea fans in the audience.
Lots of South Seas fans, but also lots of Assassins fans. So
absolutely, we've got some Ballarat players on corner 2, joined with some West Side players. We've got some Chico rollers along the edge there.
So the official review is still on.
And I'll just give a little shout out to Beardcasts, who without we
couldn't have this.
We wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be able to watch from home.
You wouldn't be watching from home.
A sneaky reminder that there is a donation link in the
feed.
In the feed there. You know, a couple of dollars goes a long way. You'll probably, you know, it started off with a smartphone and expanded.
This is really escalated.
Incredible equipment
Great coverage
got here, but you know, and he does a lot of broadcasting for all teams. We can watch the statewide stampede from there.
And we're doing two tracks simultaneously.
Oh, and
pick your action.
You can watch 3 tracks and 2 with commentary.
So they're issuing a penalty, I believe,
and
as a result of that last.
Just going to check on Tinker Hell there.
As a result of that official review.
She's saying she's all right, but.
We've got 1-1 Boss having to report to the Tic Tacs penalty box.
She says she's fine, but you know how jammers are. They always say they're fine. She's fine. She's fine. So we'll hope she can join us back on track soon. Just get a quick check there. So it's better to be safe with a concussion.
Now
it can have a long-lasting effect.
Now this is a 2-point game. And this jam is starting with
we also
a
have
standing jammer.
We need to get on with when we go home from TGSS that require brain power. So she'll just get.
So in the penalty box we have Boss, and she's released.
Oh.
Boss is through. She gets lead jammer.
That was beautifully
starting
done.
From the penalty box. She's lead jammer.
So sometimes it just works for you when you utilize.
Sometimes the
the destruct. Trying to go for an apex
jump
jump.
Not even
the
straight
jump. It was beautifully done. Just not quite landed in the right place. But Bambi.
But great awareness there to not try to continue on and risk a track cut.
Yes. No.
And she calls it. Got some points. All 4. At one point she passed all blockers. So yeah. Quite often the team with the advantage on the track at the start somehow they lapse a little bit in their awareness of where the jammer is that's off the track.
Yes, you sometimes
and
forget
they're
not right there.
Right through.
Then you forget that they're coming, and unless someone's repeatedly shouting, "Jammer's coming, jammer's coming," and in a stadium like this, sound is bleeding everywhere. So
it's bleeding through. There's whistles from the other tracks. It can make
cheering and everything. But
multiplayer block.
Beautiful jamming by Black Reaver from Coastal Assassins.
So Black Reaver makes it through. And a multiplayer block penalty called on Rogue. So Rogue will be sitting in the Tic Tacs penalty box for 30 seconds.
Black Reaver just getting past Bambi there, fighting it out. Bambi just smashing Coastal Assassin blockers around so that they can't help their jammer. Bonnie now taking on some blocking of the jammer, knocked her out, has dragged her right back.
And Rogue is back on track.
Jammer for Coastal Assassins has headed to the bin.
Black Reaver now has to sit in the Tic Tacs penalty box. She'll be there for 30 seconds.
Jam.
And she was the lead jammer.
Tinker Hell is free and she is okay. We'll look forward to seeing her back on the track. Titosaurus now heading to the Tic Tacs accountant box.
But strong walls.
Crushing Kit heading to the Tic Tacs accountant box. Maple Slam there with a panty in her hand has gotten
Maple
through.
Slam made it through.
She'll want to be putting that back on. And
there's no points
Black
for her.
Reaver's,
She doesn't have the helmet cover on.
Released from the box there.
And Bambi trying to break up that wall. But
they've reformed that wall just in time. That's a strong wall with Bambi at the head there, joined by Titosaurus.
Unfortunately, it looked like a direction penalty.
See what penalty that was.
It looked like a direction penalty on Bambi there. So it's important that they only block in the derby direction.
It is sometimes hard to, you just sort of get lost in the moment, but it is really important not to roll back. I have seen quite a few teams do that and sort of skirting the rules there, but...
And the players do tend to push it to the edge of the rules.
Yeah.
As to what is legal, what is not. Did it have impact? Did it not have impact?
Yeah, so it's just...
So calling the jam dead.
It looked like the Coastal Assassins' whole wall rolled back in the wrong direction there, but...
So we're not sure what's happening here.
Oh, well, checking paperwork, checking timing. We always want to make sure we get the most out of time on track, so...
Indeed. Now, there's a real advantage for this next jam for the for the Coastal Assassins. They have all 4 of their blockers on track. We're sitting in the Tic Tacs penalty box. We still have Bambi sitting from the previous jam.
Should be on, I think 5 or 6 penalties, Bambi. She'll not be happy about that. I mean, she always plays in good spirits and she's a good teammate and she's great to have on track. An amazing blocker and annoying for the jammers, but she's always in a good spirit and she recognises talent when she's up against it. So, can't be too hard when she crushes your soul. But she'll be a bit disappointed with the amount of penalties.
So
she usually plays
it looks like.
So
it looks like they're starting.
Sometimes they don't.
So it looks like Boss will be starting in the penalty box.
Ooh, starting with a power jam.
So I believe what happened there was illegal contact at the start of the jam.
Oh.
By Boss.
And Ratatouille
calling the jam dead.
Pulling Corky back there. So I'm not quite sure why Southie aren't doing offense straight away since they've got a power jam. But especially with this team.
The jammer is standing now. We've got Black Reaver standing.
Quite fierce. Crazy Jackal offering some truck and trailer
Black
motion,
Reaver's back on the track.
Unfortunately didn't work with Coastal Assassins, just counteracting everything that they're doing.
So Black Reaver trying the inside, now the out.
Ooh, Squeezy putting up
and she's through.
Fight, getting a penalty
Black Reaver is through. Starting from the penalty box, she is the lead jammer. And Corky really is struggling with this very strong wall presented to her by the Assassins. Assassins doing a great job of waterfalling and recycling.
They're getting a bit lost in themselves at the moment. They'll
and Corky persistence pays off.
Ratatouille headed
Corky's
to the
made it through.
Penalty box.
Calling it. So that is halftime.
That was a good halftime. That was a good 48-63. Not a high-scoring game, and it is fighting. Both teams have got.
They are earning
balls,
every point they get,
and they've got really great jammers. But unfortunately, great on great is making it hard to score points and block points.
Indeed.
But, Southie have a very strong second half.
It's that transition from O to D back to O again.
Yeah. And
we've seen a lot of it by the South Sea Sirens. They were doing a great job of providing O and then getting snapped right back into their strong wall.
They do train that quite a lot, and it works for them. They just a slight disadvantage because there's a bit penalty heavy this game.
Indeed.
Which sometimes gets in your head a bit, and then that sort of you go in a bit of a spiral. But they'll take a minute now, and they'll have a team chat and a calm down and a reform. And
well, they've got 15 minutes to reset and work out their strategy and talk about what's working.
Yeah.
Talk about how they plan to mix up what's not.
And Kit Kat Kabam, it's their birthday. Coastal Assassins Mirror. It's her birthday today, so their team is singing
Nice.
happy birthday. But we're going to take a break now.
We're gonna take a
we'll
break
be back
and
in
won't be
10 or
long. I
so
hope
minutes. So go to the bathroom, refill your drink, get your snacks ready, and we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes.
About that.
So, as we launch into the second half, I want to remind the audience of a very, very important fact. Skaters will skate at least 13% faster when you cheer for them. So let's hear it out there if you're here for the Coastal Assassins. That was a terrible cheer. Guys, let's go again. Coastal Assassins, how are you there?
Well, welcome back to the Adelaide Showgrounds for the second half of the game of Coastal Assassins against the South Sea Sirens. Less than a minute to go before Derby happens again. And while we're here, why don't we take some time to thank some of our sponsors, like Peak Conditioning and Coaching. Peak's motto is train hard, recover harder. They believe your health and wellness is critical compared to your training. They provide evidence-based practices with holistic approach. They've got the most incredible nomadic compression sessions running over the weekend. So check them out, Peak Conditioning and Coaching.
So much noise in this stadium today. I can't even hear you, and you're sitting right next to me. I can't imagine what it's like out on track.
It just is so hard for the players to hear their benches shouting instruction. And you'll see out in the corners, each team has people echoing the calls, just trying to help the jammers out, let them know when it's time to call off the jam or keep going.
On track, so good to see that she got the all clear and is feeling fabulous. But that Pterosaurus Rogue Bonnie wall, that's not an easy wall to get through. Not that Southie really have an easy wall to get through, but getting some
Quirky almost
now.
there.
Oh, Bambi just shutting that down with Pterosaurus and Rogue covering so much of that track.
Both teams blocking very strong. incredible walls here.
Those blockers, they are giving the jammers a tough
A
run
very tough
today.
run here.
Both teams got very strong blocking,
Corky
very
getting-
strong jamming.
And Corky's very frustrated at the
Yeah.
back. And Taker Hell, she gets through for lead jammer.
Very nice. Bonnie and Titosaurus from Southsea both entering the Tic Tacs accountant box.
So Corky didn't manage to get out of the pack that time. Credit to the super strong walls that the Assassins put up. Now for the next jam, we've got Maple Syrup again coming up for the Sirens, going up against Black Reaver. So watching Mabel, she's getting frustrated at the back by this very, very strong wall. Gosh, the agility.
Bonnie coming now from the
Trying to give it a little O.
offense.
Oh, and those toe stops.
Scooting around.
Managing to stay in bounds.
Beautifully done.
Maple Syrup knowing exactly where her wheels were.
And Harm just knocking
Able to
that.
step around the last blocker.
Harm knocking that jammer off, but getting a penalty would have been a beautiful drawback. But thankfully, Black Reaver didn't have to go all the way back. Was able to just keep on going.
And Black
But,
Reaver getting in for some points.
Ooh, run right into Crazy Jackal there and was stopped suddenly.
Stopped dead in the tracks there.
Oh, stuck around the outside.
There you go, 4 points.
And the pivot
Black
for
Reaver.
Coastal Assassins heading to the Tic Tac accountant box, number 13, Savage.
Yeah, I don't know why Mabel didn't call that. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication from her bench.
Yeah,
And she-
7-4-1 now heading to the
Tic Tac's penalty box.
into the Tic Tac penalty box. Harm there now standing, ready to join.
Yeah, that was Nancy break
Griffin as
going to the penalty
jammer
box.
with Cara. It's got a beautiful.
So a real
strong
advantage
wall
on this
there.
jam for the Sirens.
And
There's only 2 blockers on track for the Assassins. And a penalty committed by
It's a
Cara.
power jam.
So Cara,
It's a
Oh.
power jam for Griffin. It's a power jam for Griffin.
so Griffin is out.
And
Griffin is
she'll
through.
be loving that. And just look at that beautiful.
Oh!
That power gone right into
And she gets a penalty.
to Boss there. Unfortunately, getting a penalty.
She gets a back block. Back block penalty.
Was it back or a high block? So
It was the
that's a back signal. Was that?
That's
Because
the
I
back block,
thought Boss
so-
was facing forward there, but
don't
it's hard,
know.
it's hard to see on the other side of the track. So apologies there if I've called that wrong. Ooh,
But Cara is still on her initial pass. She was given the
And,
star. Oh,
Jackal
and she can continue on. It's a no pass, no penalty.
pushing her right out there. Unfortunately, going out herself. But
Yeah,
oh, look at that from Griff. She's just gone right on through, and is just pushing Boss and Ratatouille now.
and Boss really blocking.
Oh,
Boss getting a penalty for that.
Boss, and that was failure to reform. That would have been just like 1 foot then.
Just continuing on.
But Griffo
And
now
Savage is off to the penalty box
taking
while
a whip
Cara
off
goes
Harm,
on.
the beautiful lap. She's picking up speed now.
So Sirens had a real advantage here.
Beautiful work from Griffo here. That was a bit high there from Ratatouille.
So Cara's
but,
got her
no
hands full
penalty
trying to get
call.
through this wall. Cara's stuck at the back.
Absolutely
And time
beautiful
ends.
blocking from both teams there.
Very, very strong walls put up by the
The
sirens.
jammers are strong when the blockers come off and they're like puffing and panting like they've just been jamming.
For sure.
But such
When the
good-
blockers want to get off the track.
you know it's hard. So
For
such
sure.
a good game and a beautifully matched game, I think, today. We've got 63 to 75.
So
It's very close.
12 points
One
between
jam,
them.
And that's,
that's one power jam away from equalizing. So the Assassins currently have the upper hand.
Jammer, Tinker Hell,
Jammer,
and Corky
Jammer.
getting their dance
their groove
while
on.
we're having some track maintenance.
They must be getting excited for the party tonight.
I am getting excited.
Working on the after party.
Absolutely. How about you?
Oh, yes.
Got your costume ready?
Let's not talk about the costumes.
Come on, you've got to get in on the fun.
We had everything planned for the costumes. Unfortunately, the delivery didn't get picked up to our...
Me too. I
on
had
time.
to change at the last minute on the Friday right before
We are
flew out.
freestyling our costume now.
I
So
had to change and switch it up.
we had it all organized, but now we're freestyling. At any rate, jam is on. Nobody cares about my costume.
Number 7, Marilyn Monroe looks.
Tinker Hell.
She's just pushing in the wrong direction.
Tinker Hell
there.
really trying. She's being stopped at the front. Is she pushed back? No. She managed to stay in bounds. And there she goes.
Bonnie
Tinker Hell,
getting a
lead jammer.
penalty there, unfortunately, having to let the
Tinker
Tinker Hell
Hell.
go, the jammer from Coastal Assassins.
How she
standing in
managed
the
to
box
stay in
again.
bounds. That was incredible.
And Tinker Hell scooting
Just
right on through
right
that pad.
through.
Beautifully done. So clearly there was no issues before with that. Beautiful bean dip through Titosaurus. Corky getting stuck by Boss.
So
And,
Tinker Hell
good
really
advantage
taking
coming
advantage of
for
this
the
situation.
offense, but unfortunately, the Coastal Assassins blockers not as easy to maneuver out of the way, but
Okay, Coastal
Tinker
Assassins
Hell is-
back to full strength.
is pushing that Coastal Assassin lead quite nicely up, but Corky quickly behind her.
That was an incredible jam. Great point scoring by Tinker Hell.
They've got some seriously strong blockers on Coastal Assassins. They are definitely making our offense work really hard. I say our South Sea, but
Well, the
you know,
Sirens are going to have to
yeah,
regroup
my,
after
one
that
of my
jam.
old teams in Victoria.
So the South Sea Sirens have one in the penalty box. The Tic Tac's penalty box. That's Bambi in the penalty box again. So she's really struggling now.
And
I believe she's
Rumpus
just fouled out.
Is, Tink,
So
Tink
that's
was
it
my
for Bambi,
first
unfortunately.
on-track kiss. It was very gentle. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
So Bambi is just fouled out.
Oh, no.
So
That's
playing
that's
with
a
all her heart.
shame.
it just got a little bit,
She's an
little bit-
amazing blocker. And, you know, a
little bit
real
beyond
asset
what's
to
legal,
the
though.
team.
Oh, for sure.
But, you know, she's also a genuinely lovely person, an incredible person with a big heart. So it's very sad.
So
to
watching
see her
Mabel
go.
Syrup really facing a strong wall by the Assassins.
Oh,
And she's
Corky,
through.
Beautifully done.
Mabel is in.
Oh, Mabel, sorry.
Yep. So Mabel, lead jammer. We'll see if she can capitalize on this.
Moody coming off the bench now. And
So Mabel makes it through.
now, she'll
And
be,
still the
she'll be
Sirens
fired
are-
up with the loss of Bambi. She'll be fired up to get them points back. And
Sirens putting up a really strong wall. They are
And Moody
really,
now
really
coming in with some
frustrating.
beautiful offense. You'll see. There we go. And she's
Black Reaver is stuck behind this wall. She is having no luck getting out.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
And Boss jumps in and just takes the star away from her.
But some beautiful quick
And Mabel calls
offensive
it off.
defense by Moody there. She was helping out the jammer, then quickly turned around to brace her blockers. It's just having a good game.
Great intuitive play there.
It's not something you can just learn. I think it's...
Yeah, it's a lot of time, and that intuition has to be there. Yeah, for sure.
You know,
that
it
spatial
does
awareness.
Take time to see what's happening around you and be able to react like that. So,
Indeed.
But, she does play a very good game, Rudy.
So we've got Kara going against
not
Corky.
At all, and is a ray
She
of
stayed in.
sunshine.
So Kara, lead jammer.
Beautiful jamming
Just
by
on
Kara.
the edge
She
of
is speeding
out of bounds.
so fast.
Just on the edge, she managed to keep her skates inbound, walking around the wall. And the reward is you're the lead jammer.
No.
Stays in bounds again.
It's amazing.
It's
work
so
there.
risky going on the outside. Kara seems to have it.
Corky taking the panty off now.
Trying to help block. Slow it down. So South Sea Sirens are still on the initial
she has
pass.
passed the panty to Squeezy.
Squeezy's got it.
Squeezy is an amazing jammer. She doesn't love the jamming. She's a very good offensive player. But Squeezy is a great
So she'll
player.
call
She's
it.
got a power jam now. Oh, no. Oh,
Kara-
I thought that,
Kara with the
Kara
awareness.
went off to the bin then, but she didn't. She just called it off.
Again, it's the awareness. Call off the jam before the other jammer can score.
I would not leave it up to Squeezy. I would not let that, because she's a very strong jammer. She's got very long legs and comes very, very fast.
Very strong. Well, another matchup here. Here they are mixing it up on the South Sirens. Got Griffin. We saw Griffin get lead jam before. And again, you say, fortunately, she's
drawback by
recycled. Knocked out. I believe she's going to get a penalty for a back block. So Griffin going to the penalty box.
I think that was a
Singing
bit
the
of
TikTok
sort of
penalty box.
on, the tape there if you see, it's a bit raised.
It is a little raised, yeah.
On that, and unfortunately, gone right into the back of Boss there.
That's it.
But 71 to 103.
So the Assassins say that's enough. We're going to call this one.
Yeah.
And reset. And start the next jam with an advantage.
Now, Kitty now for South East calling a team timeout. They'll just be taking.
Just going to want to calm things down a little bit. Remind their players of all the things they're doing right. And
71 to 103. That's not a big differential, especially when you consider that last TGSS, Corky scored 39 points in one jam. So
wow.
The right conditions, one jam.
It can happen, yes.
She can pull it back for them in no issues. She's got the cardio and the speed to do it.
Yeah, they just need a couple of power. They need a couple of power jams to go their way, and they're right back in it. They both are presenting really strong walls. The blocking is phenomenal with South Sea.
It's a beautiful matchup this game, and it's sort of. I know we're here for third and fourth, but it feels like this level of, the good match and the close point. Like this is what you want for a final.
Absolutely.
A grand final, but we'll settle for third and fourth.
The crowd really getting into it here at the Adelaide Showgrounds. We're getting into it. We're all excited. It's a fun game to watch. So you got Black Reaver starting with the real advantage because sitting in the penalty box right now is Griffin. So Griffin is sitting, so she's got at least 11 seconds of penalty time.
And I mean, you can get a lot done in 11 seconds.
Certainly can. So
get lead. You can do one or two passes depending on how fast you are and how fast the pack's moving, and call it off. And
and that can be it.
Okay.
So it looks like the advantage really is here for the Assassins. So we'll see how they go with this. Black Reaver really trying.
She's got to be able to get through.
Strong wall. They're pushing her to the outside. Black Reaver working to the inside, and she's through.
A good tactic from Southsea is they utilise the other players on
Now
track.
Griffin's back on
They allow
track.
them to get.
Griffin's starting with the helmet cover off, and she's trying to pass. She doesn't want to be the jammer.
Oh, and Crazy Jackal now.
So successful
And,
pass. So Jackal has it.
She'll just move these players right out of the way.
And
for
Jackal
her.
is
She's
through.
Amazing. She
So
doesn't love to jam, so she'll be grateful that it's called off. But she is a strong, strong blocker and just bulldoze right through. So I hope
right,
to see
so-
more Crazy Jackal jamming. And
Well,
I hope
we-
to see some more squeezy jamming.
So we've got Mabel Syrup coming up again. She's facing Kara.
No.
And Boss is Kara's pivot.
Boss seems to be doing a lot more pivoting in the last.
Yeah, she was doing more jamming
Yeah.
last half. This half more on the pivot.
But I mean, if you can play both positions and you're not having a lot of success in one,
And
just
do
switch
the
to
other.
and I mean,
It's-
she's a phenomenal blocker. Look at that.
Just keeping
So
this
not
full
many
wall.
walls can keep Mabel down.
Now Kara is
So-
through. Kara's lead jammer.
Mabel along the edge.
Mabel
there.
is really, really struggling. She'll pass it or she'll stash it.
It's not common actually that Mabel struggles to get through. So,
Yeah, testament
it's a
to the
testament
strong
Coastal
walls.
Assassins walls. And you think about, both of their
Oh no. Kara's penalty.
power jam.
So here we have a full 2-minute jam as Kara goes to the tic-tac penalty box. This
And
star has been
Jovi's
passed.
Taking that panty.
So
Coming
Bonnie
to South
Jovi
in
is
the
now
last
through.
Couple of years from VRDL.
Bonnie Jovi
And-
now coming up on a scoring pass.
She'll come round nice and calm, but watch where she hits this pack. She'll just push right through it, and they'll move them up. Oh, look at that! Come on, she's gone one, she's gone two, she's gone three. She's
Kara back on track. So both jammers back on the track. Looks like Bonnie Jovi she looks a little bit tired. Looks like she's struggling. But then again, that's a very strong wall she's facing.
There's, you've got your speed jammers, and you've got your
power
jammers.
jammers.
And when Bonnie jams, she prefers the power jam,
For sure.
and she's ready to call it off.
And that's the end of the jam.
Because I don't want to do the jamming.
Full 2 minutes.
Yeah, so she was on the bench most of this weekend and has joined in to play this game. So, getting to have a bit of a jam is always a bit fun. So, Corky and Tinker Hell now.
Two really strong jammers.
Squeezy there.
A lot of
ready
respect
to
for
do-
each other there, too. So Tinker Hell tries the outside, now to the in. Really going to the outside. Steps out momentarily. She's okay.
Both of those two.
It looks like Corky is lead jammer. Corky makes it
Beautifully
through.
done by Corky.
Tinker Hell is trying to pass off the star, and she does.
Oh, and now Savage is jammer after getting that star pass.
So Savage doing her job.
And
Savage making it through the pack.
2 points for Southsea. And we'll see how
Savage
many points Savage got there.
Ref's working it out. How many
Just
points?
having a bit of a chat over in
They're having
that
a
corner
chat.
there.
Did she make the points or not?
2 points.
She did. 2 points. So 2-2 jam.
Magnum now taking the track with
Well, that
Black
hustle
Reaver.
by Savage just neutralized that advantage
Yeah.
gained by being lead jammer. So Black Reaver into jam. Multiplayer block against Black Reaver. We'll see if Black Reaver can get out. Not in time.
Magnum just
A nice
flying
waterfall at
around that
the
track.
done by the
Beautifully.
Sirens. Sirens are back to their full 3 wall.
Oh, look at that! Look at that pickup speed there through the apex there. You don't see a lot of that. A lot of jammers will slow down before they hit
Indeed.
the pack. But Magnum picks up speed
Magnum
as she's coming
makes it
into that
through.
pack. She's going to be a phenomenal player and a real asset to South Sea. She's had a
Indeed.
stellar weekend, and it's just powerhouse.
And finds the
through.
hole on the inside. Off she goes.
Nah. That Coastal
if you're
Assassins pack just
if you're
then.
a South Sea Siren supporter,
They're,
you would have liked that jam.
Yeah, they're giving her a bit of a high five, and they look a little worse for wear after going up against Magnum. They weren't quite expecting that.
I don't think
that
so.
Speed pickup.
Well, Magnum was very successful there.
She'll definitely be a fun jammer to watch in games to come.
She looks like she really gave it her all out there.
I was speaking to the team earlier, and she definitely doesn't do anything halfway. So definitely doesn't jam.
All out or all in, eh?
She's all in. She's all in all the time. So, I love that about her.
So here you've got Maple Syrup again facing off against Kara. So the refs and the NSOs, they're kind of working out what's happening. Looks like a penalty was issued. I'm not sure what the penalty exactly was.
Not sure. I'm just
But
gonna
Magnum
check
is
those
sitting in the
penalties
penalty
there
box
for a
right
second
now.
And update you on where we're sitting, because
So Magnum has to sit well, Magnum is in the penalty box now.
No, that's a late call. A late call
So-
to send the jammer to the bin. I mean, she sat down and she was having a drink
Yeah, she
when
was-
they came over. So just going to check those penalties and I'll be right.
So really running Kara back. South Sea really trying to take advantage of this situation. Really stuck in there, Kara, and Mabel's back on her feet, getting ready to join the pack. So Mabel can be the lead jammer if she gets through ahead of Kara. But Kara has made it. Kara is now the lead jammer. And Magnum's out as well. So Kara's calling it. Kara managed to pick up 2 points there before calling it off. So that was an action-packed jam. Now we got Tinker Hell back on the track, facing up against Maple Syrup. So Maple Syrup has gotten lead jam quite a few times today. But Tinker Hell, she's been doing a great job of getting through the pack first as well. So both teams have their full complement of blockers on track. So a fairly even matchup for this. We'll see whose strategy pays off when this next jam begins. So officials again, looks like the NSOs are working out, recording the penalties, making sure they have everything in order before we begin. We'd like to thank the people at the Adelaide Showgrounds for allowing TGSS to happen here again. It's been 4 long years since we've had roller derby in Adelaide for this event. 2 years ago for COVID, obviously we had this event canceled. Lots of teams from around Australia were preparing, trying to get to Adelaide for TGSS.
Alrighty.
Only to have the event canceled. And this year, after the 4-year hiatus, we're back. The derby spirit is strong. Lots of great play happening here. We're about to begin with both teams at full strength.
I've just checked the penalty counting for both teams. And
Maple Syrup.
Not very penalty heavy.
Maple Syrup is through. Lead jammer.
Mabel having a beautiful game.
Boss is
possibly the reason she isn't jamming anymore is because she's got 5 penalties, which, you know, most jammers are quite penalty heavy, but Corky and Mabel, who's out now, jammers for Sassy, sitting on 0 penalties.
No penalties.
Having a really good game.
Clean play. That's great track awareness because as a jammer, it's easy to commit a cut.
Yeah, or a forearm.
If you're getting a little bit too aggressive, coming in a little too hot to the pack.
So I get that quite a bit.
It can happen.
Beautiful work by Mabel.
Mabel gets through again.
And
still,
8-1
Tinkerhell is stuck in the pack. That super strong
star
wall.
pass to Boss.
Passes up. Boss now has the star. She's calling it.
Mabel calling it from the ground. But Boss did a really fast pickup there.
So she managed to get 3 points there. So
beautifully
even though
done,
she didn't make it out, she got
cardio.
3 points. So Mabel Syrup very happy with the results of that last jam.
You know, 93 to 123, so only 30 points in
30
it.
points between them. And Corky trying for the outside. Stopped by that great blocking.
And Kay now doing a beautiful
crushing
truck
kick.
and trailer for Corky. Just not quite getting around.
The one-footed
there.
mohawk on the outside.
Beautiful work.
Black Reaver and Corky hot on her tail. Now, is the pack going to race or not? Calling it. Did Corky get any points?
1 point for Corky there.
Corky managed to score a point. 1, 2, 2.
But you know, that was a lot of work for the 1 point, but she had some real good speed coming through there.
So that was 1 apiece.
It's just a lot of work for 1 point.
A lot of only to have it be 1 apiece. So Magnum taking advantage of the cheering from the side. A little team timeout over there called by the Assassins. Yeah, the Assassins worked really hard that last jam only to have the points get equalized in the last scoring pass.
Having a little boogie there. Everyone getting their little jig on.
Sakara is facing off against Magnum. Both teams at full strength. So who's got the better blocking? Who's got the better jamming? We're about to find out.
It's very close. It's very tough game for both teams.
Well, what I've seen of Magnum, the Assassins are going to need a really strong wall. So Magnum's at the front of the pack. Almost through. But the recycle. Oh, there's going to be a cut.
Oh. Magnum getting a cut there.
So a little loss of awareness there by Magnum.
So
Didn't see
not
the
easy when
run
they
back.
go around the pack on the outside
And the run back.
You know.
So great play by the Sirens.
So it's very well done by
Sirens are
Coastal
really
Assassins
doing a great
to-
job of blocking
force
to
that.
still holding the Assassin's Jammer in.
Oh, and now we got a power jam, and it'll go for
Power
2
jam.
minutes. Magnum being released,
So the full 2-minute jam.
and
It looked like Magnum sat for 30 seconds.
I mean, look at this power. You're going
Magnum
to see
is
some
through.
amazing speed now from Magnum. She'll play it safe, but she'll come with a lot of speed. She's got some real great power, and she'll go right into that. Yeah, look at that, taking on
Well, Kara is up.
Ratatouille.
Kara from the Assassins in that tic-tac penalty box is
Taking
now released.
on Boss. Taking on El Bent. A beautiful jam there by Magnum.
So El Bent committed a penalty, it looks like. Or no, she just...
Oh, beautifully done. Oh, no.
Oh no, cutting.
One-
Magnum
one
sent back
wheel-
to
one
the
wheel
tic-tac
over.
penalty box
And
for cutting.
sometimes you think it doesn't matter, but
It doesn't.
I
Now,
mean,
Kara, still on the initial pass, is attempting a star pass. Denied. So no points. Great strong walls. Great waterfalling by the Sirens. They should be very, very pleased with their efforts there.
yeah, I mean, they've played a phenomenal game. Both teams
was
have put up
the
quite
blocking-
a fight. And Ron Bear there taking a little stumble. Ref 7 games yesterday, and I think just as many the game before. But refs are getting tired themselves.
They're getting tired too, yes.
Got to tip your hat to them. We can't
You know
play
what-
without the refs or the NSOs, but sort of forget that there's a lot of skating in reffing.
Absolutely.
So they'll be equally as
the
tired.
jammers get a break every jam.
Yeah.
The jammer ref does not.
No,
The
they
jammer
don't.
ref has to follow the jam. Granted, they have a shorter distance, but they're doing every
There's a
single
lot of
jam.
Speed and stop, and speed and stop, and speed and stop. for
Speed
them,
and stop.
Which is, it gets very tiring very fast.
Yeah, I can tell you firsthand, jammer ref is not an easy thing to do. Staying level with your jammer, making sure you're recording the points correctly,
4 minutes left in this game.
awarding lead jam. Well, it looks like the St. John's ambulance people have been called over to assess somebody. And the Assassins.
And, crazy chuckle.
Penalty committed.
Oh, penalty by Tinker Hell.
So Tinker Hell is off to the penalty box. And that forces the immediate release of Magnum. So Magnum can become lead jammer. Since we haven't had the lead jammer status awarded yet. Oh, what blocking, what agility by
That was
Magnum.
beautifully done.
Magnum, lead jammer.
Beautiful done. She had some reassuring words from one of the captains, Bonnie, during that
little
minute
break?
while she was in the box, and just, sort of pepped her right back up. And
So Tinker Hell
Tinker
made it
Hell
through.
is not going to take that
Made it
lightly.
through with the panty stash.
And
So-
Squeezy just getting nicely released from the box there. Not sure what her penalty was.
So Magnum managed to, in that whole melee of trying to get through the pack, even though she didn't make it out successfully, she did manage to pass every blocker at some point, thus awarding her the full 4 points.
You know, there's always that jammer that sometimes doesn't get all the points, but tires the blockers down. And even though she didn't get any points, you know, as many points as you'd want, she really pushed those blockers.
Those blockers, yeah.
And you know, is wearing them down.
Soften them up for the next jammer.
That's what you like. You've always got that pounder player that just
Absolutely.
it knocks the wind out of you, and it takes a couple to come back. But
So we're back to an 18-point game now. So South Sea roller derby, little by little, they're clawing their way back, trying to
you know, 18
get those points.
You can do that in a jam.
Yeah,
And,
one power jam. We've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it
And
many, many
this
times.
ball, Titosaurus, Rogue, Griffin, and who's that? And Maple Slam there.
So we got Maple Syrup jamming today.
And,
This next jam against Black
that's a
Reaver.
powerful wall. But Boss and who is it? Ratatouille.
Yeah, don't. I'm surprised that
Number 7. Is that Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe,
that's
yes.
Elle Bent there as the pivot.
So Mabel gives a little nudge to Black Reaver, pushing her into her team's wall. Wasn't quite enough. Black Reaver found a hole on the outside. So Black Reaver gets lead jammer. And Mabel goes for the stash. Attempting a pass. Made the pass.
And
Great job.
Griffin now doing a beautiful speed through.
Handing off to Griffin.
And they wait till you get the speed up, and then they call it off, which is a bit.
It's so deflating, isn't it?
It is. But Coastal Assassin, they've got some seriously strong blockers.
But quite often it pays off. So it looks like South Sea Sirens saw something they didn't like. They're asking for an official review. And during these official reviews, if the team is successful with what they question the refs on, they retain a review that they can use again in that half. So they've presented what they wanted to the refs, and the refs are now going to discuss, did we see what the bench saw?
I'm not sure what they would be reviewing in that last jam, but
Obviously they saw something,
they
and
feel the need. So I mean, it's only a couple of minutes
it's
of the game, and at this close a game.
it's a little risky to waste one of those if it's something that you don't think could be upheld.
Yeah, but I mean, if it is upheld, then they've got
One more,
you know,
they
they've
can
got that
call another one.
opportunity, and obviously somebody will get a penalty or whatever. But you've got 21 points in it, so having that, either somebody not having a penalty against them,
For sure.
or having a power jam in your favour, that this late in the game with a game this close, it can actually be a game changer. So
It certainly can, and this can really switch the momentum back to your side too.
and they play very smart derby, Kitty and Bonnie and Hahn. That you know they've been around derby for a long time, so they don't willy-nilly with their official questioning. So
Yeah. I know sometimes when you're benching, you call the official review just because you have it,
yeah.
and it's almost a quasi timeout.
Yes, it is.
But
But,
I don't think it was that in this case. I believe they're looking to get someone penalized for something.
I think it's definitely easier to suggest that a call wasn't called than to suggest that a call was called wrong. Mainly because I think refs don't want to admit that they're sometimes wrong. Which,
Well,
you know,
having
you have to
been in
trust
the
that
herd.
They see what they see and
Yeah.
that's all they can do. And, you know, they're here because
So
they
I
love
would say they were
TV
not
too, so-
successful with that review. So nobody's been sent to the penalty box, and the score hasn't changed. So, Tinker Hell makes it through on the outside. Corky stuck in a sea of white.
And Jammer coming now in the South Sea. Blockers didn't seem to...
And Boss. Fortunately, Boss commits a penalty. She's off to the Tic Tacs penalty box. And Corky's still struggling to get through,
Oh, Corky through.
but she's made it.
And Crazy Jackal is holding that Jammer. So much so they've called it off. Moody and Crazy Jackal just sandwiching Tinker Hell in there.
Indeed.
And, some beautiful speed there by Corky.
And that was good awareness on the bench there to call a penalty, or call off the jam, when they've got lead. Seeing how the Assassins have two blockers in the penalty box, that's going to start that next jam off with a real advantage.
Oh, yeah. So Boss went to the penalty
Especially when you
box.
consider Corky was really struggling with those blockers. There's no point to have her keep struggling.
Crazy Jackal now just breaking that up there for Griffo. So
Oh, look at this one-on-one. One-on-one blocking. Look at there go.
she's
On the
put
outside. Push
She's
her.
put
Oh!
And Griffin
Great job by
is lead
Griffin.
jammer.
How was the blocking? Unbelievable. That was just
that was
power on
beautiful.
power.
And, you know, she'll push
Nope,
like
she'll
that
call it.
and call that
And
off
that's it.
nicely. But, I mean, that's
Great
the
job on
power
Griffin.
That Griffo's just showed there. That's
they're calling
the
a
power
timeout.
that the jammers of South Sea have to go up against at training all the time.
So the
So
the Sirens
they had
call
a phenomenal
timeout.
Game. Moody having a fantastic game. Throwing
So
some
with
O's,
8 seconds
throwing
left in
some
the
Ds.
game, 8 seconds left, the Sirens called their timeout, forcing one more jam.
22 points. You know, I said before that, you know, Corky got 39.
Well,
points in the last
South Sea
TGSS.
could pick anybody to go in. They've picked Corky.
Corky is a very good
So they had their
jammer.
whole bench to draw from. They picked Corky for this last jam.
Absolutely. And they've
So that
got
shows you the confidence they have.
They've got one of their strongest walls out there as well.
So the question
Crazy
is,
Jackal, Harm and Squeezy.
who can we put on now?
Yeah.
This is it. This is the last jam of this game. Need a real strong wall here.
Moody's like, I wanted to get my dance on.
South Sea Sirens really need to hold this.
Oh,
So Tinker Hell struggling, really fighting a wall.
they brought Corky right
Corky
back.
recycled to the back.
Tinker Hell is just not getting past Moody.
Oh no.
Moody's knocked it right out.
Corky sent to the penalty box. Tinker Hell.
Corky. Did you say Corky's into the
She calls it.
And
that's the end of the game.
First penalty of the game.
And Corky's first and only penalty, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What a game.
It was a
Nice to
that
see
was
the
a
spirit of Derby
brilliant
there too.
game. That was so well matched. Both
What
teams
a
gave
game.
it everything they could. They fought every point. They
Well done, everybody.
You know that.
South Sea
not
Sirens.
easy.
Of course,
Not
they're going to be
easy.
disappointed, but they really put a great effort in. It was
You
such
know,
a well-matched game.
One of the beautiful things about South Sea is they're not so disappointed with the loss. They'd be disappointed if they played badly. You know, but they played so well. They have
did.
to be proud of themselves. They've done so
And the-
well.
and the
they had some
Assassins,
seriously strong competition. But those blocking and those jamming was just amazing.
It
And
was
they
a
should be
great
very
fun game
proud.
to watch. I hope you enjoyed it at home on your computers.
Absolutely. And Coastal
Here-
Assassins, they
Here in
earned that
Adelaide,
win.
it was something for us.
They,
And
they
congratulations
fought
to
really
the
hard, so-
Assassins. Congratulations. Well done. Well played.
No, well done, Coastal Assassins.
Well done.
You earned that win, and you put up an amazing fight,
An amazing game.
and you know,
Fun to
third
watch
place
such
can't
a match
can't
game.
be too bad. You know, and they didn't have a big roster, Coastal Assassins either. So
No, with
you
12
know,
players,
they were
where you
playing
had a full
lot.
squad of South Sea.
And it's a long weekend with a small
It's a
roster,
lot of
so,
play.
You know, they've played a lot, so I
Well,
tip
give
my hat
credit
to
where it's
Coastal
due.
Assassins
What can you say?
cardio.
Assassins, when it mattered, they scored.
They
So
they
well
pulled
done.
it out, and they did a really good job. It's a fantastic
So everybody
game.
should be proud. Everybody on the Assassins team should be very proud.
Oh, absolutely. And
They
you know,
really faced some tough
they
jammers.
played a very clean game.
Absolutely.
You know, they had very low penalties, and it just, you would expect more penalties at the end of a weekend like this with a
Yeah,
short rest,
it's
you
a-
know, you're
As
tired,
they get tired, they get frustrated.
but it's a testament to their training that they really
Absolutely.
put in the work and have done an amazing job. And you can't help but notice that South Sea is, you know, they're super proud of them and they're happy for their win.
Absolutely.
Proud of themselves, and they did so well.
Now
So,
coming up next here,
We
looks like we have Victoria Roller Derby coming on.
absolutely.
This is going to be something else, this next game.
Yeah, it was a great game. I'm Rebecca the Wrecker, and this is my co-host Rudy, and we're signing off. And we'll
So thanks
see
for
you
attending.
later.
See you
Have
next
a good
time.
day.
Bye-bye.
I get to watch your game very intently. I get to watch your game very intently. Is it streaming live now? Am I recording now? Possibly.
all of the status of the picture. All the status of the picture.